Hey, how's it going, everybody? Welcome to the channel. Today we're going to be reacting to Kayn. We're going to react to his voice lines, his trailer, and as well as his theme. And then we're going to deep dive into the biography that we can find on the League of Legends website. So again, I'm somebody that's never really played League of Legends. I have about 5 to 10 hours. I've watched the ARCANE show, and I do have a little bit of time in Teamfight Tactics, but I truly don't know these characters that we're reacting to. All right, everybody, we're going to start off with the champion teaser. Now, I must have reacted to this in one of my other League of Legends videos when we were just diving through all of them, but I truly don't remember it, so let's go ahead and hop in. It's only a minute long.
Which path shall we take?
Oh, look at that. He's taking over his arm, huh? Yo, don't kill Ash. Scion?
I will decide the way.
We shall see.
Interesting. Wait. Okay, I have questions. I have questions already, folks. What can we dive into straight after this? We could just go to his theme, or we could check out... There's the gameplay spotlight. Maybe we check out the gameplay spotlight. Let's do this really fast.
This is Kayn, the Shadow Reaper. Kayn's not alone. The scythe he wields is possessed by a Darkin named Rhaast.
Okay.
Each time Kayn steps onto the rift, he has to fight Rhaast for control. Inevitably,
Oh.
one will consume the other. You choose the victor. Welcome to the Kayn Champion Spotlight.
Yeah, so I think I might have read it in a comment, or I read it somewhere else, or heard it in a video. But isn't Kayn one of the only people that's able to like kind of resist Rhaast taking over him, or over a person, a Darkin taking over? Let's go ahead and say, oh, we're gonna deep dive into the abilities here. Okay.
Kayn's passive is the Darkin Scythe. At some point during each game, Kayn transforms into either the Shadow Assassin or the Darkin.
Oh, okay.
For Kayn to conquer and destroy Rhaast, he must become the Shadow Assassin by damaging ranged champions. Meanwhile, fighting melee champions will empower Rhaast, which enables him to take over Kayn's body and transform into the Darkin.
Oh, that's interesting gameplay. Okay.
Once either
So wait, there's nothing more to it. Just if he kills ranged characters, he becomes the Shadow Assassin. If he kills melees, he becomes Rhaast.
form has won, return to base to attain your final form. This process will amplify most of your active abilities, as well as replace the Darkin Scythe passive with an entirely new one based on the form you took.
So you get a new passive, and it makes your abilities better.
The Shadow Assassin's new passive deals significant bonus damage during the first few seconds of combat with champions,
Okay.
while the Darkin heals for a chunk of all ability damage dealt to champions.
Is there one that's considered better
no matter
than the
which
other?
form wins, you can simply wait a few minutes to choose the
I imagine
loser
there
instead.
is. Oh,
Kayn's
okay.
Q is Reaping Slash.
You can wait and
Kayn
choose the
dashes,
other one.
then swings his scythe in a circle. Both the dash and slash damage all enemies they hit.
Oh, that's pretty cool.
This
Seems like a
ability
good
deals
ability.
bonus damage to monsters. If Rhaast wins the struggle, Reaping Slash deals bonus % health damage against all enemies except minions.
Okay.
Kayn's W is Blade's Reach.
Pretty standard move,
Kayn
it
rears
seems.
back and slashes in a line, damaging and slowing all struck enemies.
Okay. What does
If
Rhaast
Kayn
do?
becomes the Shadow Assassin, the range is increased, and a living shadow will strike for him, allowing Kayn to move freely after casting.
Ah. Okay.
If the Darkin is in control, Blade's Reach will knock up its foes.
And then knocks it up. Okay.
Kayn's E
They're
is
all
Shadow
different just
Step,
by a little
which
bit.
grants a burst of movement speed and the ability to walk through any terrain for a few moments.
Oh, that's a pretty good ability, for sure.
When he first enters terrain, he'll receive a heal and significantly extend the duration of Shadow Step. However, the extended duration won't be granted if Kayn's in combat with enemy champions.
But he gets healed. That's pretty cool.
As a Shadow Assassin, Kayn gains additional movement speed and immunity to slows when activating Shadow Step.
Oh, very good.
Nearby enemy champions will be alerted of Kayn's presence while he's inside the terrain.
Oh, with that little orb there?
Because the base duration of Shadow Step is rather short, make sure you're close enough to a wall to actually phase through and extend the duration.
Otherwise you just waste it.
When you plan out your ganks as Kayn, think about how you can use Shadow Step to invent creative jungle and ganking routes. You have completely unique pathing as Kayn, and learning that is extremely important.
Is he supposed to be
Even the
like
rift
a
itself
jungle
isn't
character or
big
what?
enough to hold back the Shadow Reaper.
That's crazy. Whoa, you can go
Kayn's
that far
ultimate
out?
is Umbral Trespass.
That's insane. Okay.
When activated, Kayn leaps inside an enemy champion he's recently damaged.
Inside
While
of them?
Kayn's ghost riding his whip, he's untargetable and has the option to jump out early.
They just really
Upon
said
exiting
ghost riding
host,
his
he deals
whip.
massive damage to the target.
Okay, pretty cool. So he
In
has to have
Shadow
done
Assassin
damage to
form,
him.
The cast range is increased, and it refreshes the bonus damage from his passive.
Okay.
As a Darkin, Umbral Trespass's base damage is replaced with max health damage, and heals Kayn based on his target's max health as well. Basically, use it to chomp on tanks.
Okay, on tanks.
When
Got
you
it.
trespass into an enemy, it's like they're a train and you're the world's scariest freight hopper. You go wherever they go, and then you kill the train.
That's pretty cool.
Even Zed would be impressed.
Kayn seems really fun to play, but not an easy character to learn. This is just from me, from a non-League of Legends player
Regardless of
standpoint
which
here.
form you
I
gain
could be
access
wrong,
to
but
first, think about which of Kayn's transformations will benefit your team the most in the mid to late game.
that is cool that you can
Does the
kind of
enemy team have
choose
a lot of squishy carries you
what
can burst?
form.
If so, go Assassin.
Right.
Or if they have big bruisers and your team is lacking crowd control,
Then you wanna go the
consider
Darkin
choosing the
version,
Darkin's
Rhaast.
Slayer.
Yeah. Okay. So if they have more tanky build, you go Rhaast.
As Kayn, you're the only champ that can fully change roles in the middle of a game. Choose wisely.
Well, this video is 5 years
The
old.
Shadow
There might be
Assassin
one now.
excels at flanking and picking off high priority targets when they least expect it. Use
Yeah.
Blade's Reach to engage, then dive
That
into
seems like a
Creeping
crazy
Slash
ability.
and dodge their big abilities with your ultimate.
There was a time to run, but you
Dude, the
missed
scythe
it.
is like
The Darkin
massive.
is, just like in his lore, real strong against assassins. Between his built-in sustain and crowd control abilities, the demonic
Okay.
force is extremely hard to kill. When the situation gets tight, you can heal up with a carefully timed trespass, then knock up your pursuers and slip away into a wall.
Nice. That's very cool.
Thanks for tuning in to the Kayn Champion
Timo.
Spotlight.
Click the links below or I'll eat your soul.
Okay, come on, man. Timo was an innocent little bystander. Okay, he's dancing on him. Okay, jeez. Kayn, the Path of the Shadows. Is this what I watched already? It is. Okay. All right, let's talk about the video a little bit there. So that's very cool that you can pick which form you want. It's also very interesting to note. Again, I haven't dove into the biography of the character yet, but it seems like he's the only human that's been able to like resist the Darkin fully taking over. And in gameplay sense, like I guess you can let the Darkin take over and just let the Darkin do its thing, or you can just like resist it and you become the Shadow Assassin. So that's very cool. Let's go ahead and just get into the biography stuff because I want to learn more about the Darkin and then like Kayn and like their interactions. All right, everybody, here we are. We're on the League of Legends website taking a look at Kayn's biography. So the quote it has here is, "The child is gone, the killer remains." I'm going to find out exactly what that means, I'm sure, at some point. And then it says, "A peerless practitioner of lethal shadow magic, Shada Kayn battles to achieve his true destiny to one day lead the Order of Shadow into a new era of Ionian supremacy. He wields the sentient Darkin weapon Rhaast, undeterred by its creeping corruption of his body and mind. There are only two possible outcomes. Either Kayn bends the weapon to his will, or the malevolent blade consumes him completely, paving the way for the destruction of all Runeterra." Okay, so Kayn bad? Technically? I mean, he's a Darkin. I mean, I guess he's being probably influenced by Rhaast. But I feel like he might not be fully bad. I could be wrong. For the first time, we actually have a role that is assassin. I swear every role we looked at so far has been just fighter, fighter, fighter. And then I think we had like one tank. So related champions, it says Aatrox, Varus, who's also a Darkin, right? And then Zed. Oh, and then Darius. Oh, I wonder what the connection is with Darius there. Zed, I assume it's just because Zed's also Ionian and they've ran into each other. They're part of the same order or something. I have no idea. Let's go ahead and read the biography. So it says, Kayn the Shadow Reaper. Oh, well, maybe this confirms why he's connected to Darius. It says, Noxian by birth. Shada, Kayn, and others like him were conscripted as child soldiers, a cruel practice employed by only the most devious commanders in Borum Darkwill's empire. Following the disastrous battle at the Placidium of Navori, the invasion was deliberately reformulated into a protracted war of attrition. Ionian compassion was a weakness to be exploited. Their warriors would hesitate before striking down a supposed innocent. Thus, barely able to lift the blade he had been given, Kayn's first day in battle was also expected to be his last. So he was a child soldier in a Noxian war, fighting against Ionians. That's pretty crazy. So Kayn's traumatized, confirmed off the bat as a child. Striking against the province of Barl, Noxian forces landed at the mouth of the Epul River. Kayn and the others were a reluctant vanguard facing disorganized bands of locals defending their home from these returning invaders. While his young comrades were cut down or fled the battlefield, Kayn showed no fear. He dropped his heavy sword and snatched up a fallen sickle, turning to face the shocked Ionians just as the Noxian regulars swept in from the flank. Ah, okay. Carnage was staggering. Farmers, hunters, even a handful of Vastaya all were butchered without ceremony. Now, did Kayn actually do it, or was it the Noxian flank that did it? Did he just stand there being menacing? 2 days later, after word had spread throughout the southern provinces, the Order of Shadow came upon the grisly scene. Their leader, Zed, knew this area had no tactical significance. This massacre was intended as a message. Noxus would show no mercy. Okay, so that's probably our little connection there with Zed then. He was like on the other side while Kayn was fighting for Noxus. A flickering glint of steel caught his eye. A child of no more than 10 lay in the mud, leveling his broken sickle at the master assassin, bloody knuckles straining white. The boy's eyes harbored a pain that belied his age, yet still burned with all the fury of a hardened warrior. This tenacity was not something that could be taught. Zed saw in this child, this abandoned Noxian survivor, a weapon that could be turned against those who had sent him here to die. The assassin held out his hand and welcomed Kayn into the Order of Shadow. Okay, so Zed is like we could even just say father figure. We haven't gotten there yet, but he's his mentor. Got it. Understood. Okay, so he was left alone. He was left there by the Noxian soldiers. They didn't care about him, or they probably were just like, whatever. So very interesting. So Zed takes him in. Acolytes traditionally spent years training with a single weapon of their choosing, but Kayn mastered them all. To him, they were mere tools, and he was the weapon. Armor he viewed as a cumbersome burden, instead cloaking himself in shadows and slaying his enemies with quickness and stealth. These swift executions instilled fear in the hearts of those fortunate enough to be spared. Okay, so also Zed saw like the potential in him just because of like he could see it in his eyes that he was like a fighter. And as Kayn's legend grew, so did arrogance. He truly believed that one day his power would eclipse even that of Zed himself. All right, this is a story we've heard many, many times, right? It's the mentor who's teaching somebody, and then they either betray them or they get a huge ego and think they can be better than their master. But then obviously their master, who's significantly more wise, knows that you're just kind of full of yourself. This hubris led Kayn to embrace his final test, to seek out a darkened weapon recently unearthed in Noxus and prevent it from ever being used against the weary defenders of Ionia. He accepted without hesitation, never questioning why he had been chosen for this task. Indeed, where any other acolyte would have destroyed the living scythe known as Rhaast, Kayn took it for himself. Interesting. So, who gave him this test? I'm assuming just Zed did, I guess. Corruption took hold the moment his fingers closed around the weapon, locking them both in a fateful struggle. Rhaast long awaited the perfect host in order to rejoin its darkened brethren and lay waste to the world, but Kayn will not be easily dominated. He returns to Ionia in triumph, convinced that Zed will name him the new leader of the Order of Shadow. Ah, okay, so that's where it ends. There's no more story there that we have, at least from this page or anything. So he gets the task to go get Rhaast, this Darkin, to destroy it, to destroy this Darkin weapon that's been unearthed recently, because, he's strong enough to do so. But instead, he's like, maybe I want this weapon. He grabs it, and then instead of Rhaast actually being able to take over Kayn, and I'm assuming that's not like a misstep by Rhaast. I'm sure Rhaast, the Darkin Scythe, is very, very strong, but but it's actually that Kayn is just so strong-willed that he's able to resist the Darkin's hold over him. So they're basically empowering each other. So it's almost, that's why he's so powerful. It's probably because they're like powering each other, and just being able to overpower everybody else. So that's very cool. Very cool. And I mean, I don't want to say it's a simple story, but it's kind of a simple story for Kayn. Totally thought the man was Ionian, but he's totally Noxian. That's pretty interesting. but it's the fact that he trained in Ionia and grew up mostly in Ionia because since 10, right? So he's practically Ionian, if you want to say, but technically Noxian. Okay, let's go ahead and go into the voice lines next. All right, everybody, we were looking at the champion theme for Kayn, and I realized that there's 2 themes. There's one for Shadow Kayn, and then there's one for Darkin Kayn. So we're going to do the longer one first. This is for Shadow Kayn, the Shadow Reaper. This is about 5 years old when the themes came out. We saw this image before of him coming behind Ashe here, looking terrified. Is he coming out of the wall? Oh, literally, that makes sense because of his ability in game. So yes, he's coming out of the wall. Ooh. I'm hearing like plucking of strings. I like that. I feel like you're getting a mixture of Noxian, like, I don't know the theme for the music for people, but like I feel like the drums, like the banging of the war drums, kind of reminds me of Noxian music, and then you have like the other ethereal music for Ionian stuff. I'm making this up completely, but that's just my take. Ashe, I feel like Ashe isn't supposed to be indoors, Ashe. You have a bow and arrow. I feel like you'd have more range outside, you know what I mean? I do want to learn about Ashe. I know she's one of the original characters, or like at least very early on in the game. She's like one of the most basic kind of characters, but she seems like an interesting character. And there's a lot of Freljordian stuff that I don't know about yet. Oh no, we're getting like, what's it called? From the vocals. It's very dark and sinister. Yeah, there's the drumming that I'm talking about. I don't know, this is like a mashup of like rock music and like, I don't know, it's almost like electronic metal, sorta. But now we're getting like, yeah, here's like an electronic like beat that we're getting into here. And then yeah, what are these like eerie sounds that are in the background? Yeah, see, this sounds a lot more like a hardcore metal song. So you know how when he's in Darkin form, it's like this reddish color, and then when he's in Shadow Assassin, it's blue? It's like a baby blue, though. I don't know, it feels weird that it's blue. How's it gonna end? Ooh. That end. Oh, okay. It ended a little abruptly, but that's okay. All right, let's go ahead and move on to the Darkin Kayn one. I already had it pulled up, so let's go ahead and just move on. And this one's only 1:40. Oh, wait, is it continuing right from where the other one left off? I think it is. Okay, so it sounds the same-ish, but it's a little bit slowed down, I think. Okay, that's really cool. Wait, he's going through, is that supposed to be Scion in the back? And he's about to leap forward and take out Darius. Dude, this form looks badass, I will say. The Darkin form looks fucking cool. The horns here, oh man. Again, guys, let me know in game, like which character. I mean, I know the game said you know, if they're more tanky characters, use the Darkin form. If they're, you know, if they're squishier, use the Shadow form. But I guess, which form would you guys say is used more often if somebody's playing Kayn? Yeah, I think the music's roughly the same. I can't tell if there's too much of a difference. It started off slow, but I think it's just building back up. Yeah, here's like the chanting or whatever again. We'll have to learn about Scion at some point. Again, we're going to learn about everybody. Cool. All right. So, and then, you know what, guys? I found that this came out about 5 months ago. So, Kayn revealed new champion. So, this is another Legends of Runeterra edition. And this actually only happened about 5 months ago as we're watching this. So, let's check this out. I'm assuming we might get some voice lines, and then we're going to see like some card animations and things like that. And maybe we'll learn a little bit more. I like this. See, this is like recent artwork, right? So, he's got the little blue hair for like his Shadow Assassin side. And then his left arm here is his arms like taken over by the Rhaast and the Darkin thing. And look at that ponytail. I guess, is that a ponytail? Can we call it that? That thing's crazy. The arm aesthetic here with the Darkin scythe looks very, very cool. He has some long nails on this side. Yeah, Kayn's character creation or character style is very cool.
The child is gone. The killer remains.
Child is gone, the killer remains.
My name.
I already literally know what that means because of the whole biography we read. That's really cool. Let's read the cards here, though. The Shadow Reaper. You may put any cultist cards into your deck during deck building. Once you have summoned 3+ different cultist units, draw a Kayn. And then here's the card here. So, Origin, the Shadow Reaper. Auto-equip the Darkin Scythe. When I kill an enemy, heal me 2. And then I've level up when he's struck twice. When I level up, recall me. Okay. Very cool. And he's a 2/5. So 2 attack, 5 defense.
And grovel before mine.
Oh, here's the Darkin Scythe that auto-equips to him. Attack, grant the Darkin Scythe +1. Okay, so whenever you attack with Kayn in the game, it gives him +1. And then if you keep attacking, like, it just gets stronger and stronger. Pretty cool. Yeah, here we're seeing it attack. So he's still a 2/5, but he attacks and then he just became a 3/5. Yep. Very cool. I mean, I love my card games. I love MTG, Magic the Gathering. I played Hearthstone for a while when it was like pretty big.
I do not seek redemption.
I should really honestly give this a try, but I kind of put all my time into Teamfight Tactics whenever I can, I guess. Because, you know, Teamfight Tactics games can be like 45 minutes. Oh, that's a cool animation. Transform me and all copies of me into Rhaast or the Shadow Assassin. Okay, they have that mechanic in the game too. That makes sense. Oh, here you go. Oh, let's pause here. And Rhaast is tool. So auto-equip Corrupted Scythe. Rhaast is a 3/6. When I kill an enemy, fully heal me and heal your Nexus too. And then this one is just, he's a 3/6, and then it just auto-equips the Shadow Scythe, but it doesn't say anything else. That makes sense because in League of Legends, he heals himself a little bit, right? Whenever he attacks or kills somebody as the Darkin form.
Free of that mortal constraint.
Okay, so he chose the Rhaast form here. Very cool to have that mechanic in the card game.
Let me hear your screams. Submit to me.
Okay.
Time to reap.
Are these like all cultists? Yeah, cultists. So you would make like a cultist deck, I guess, with him? I don't know exactly how that works. Yeah, it looks like he just gets bigger and bigger. Eventually, oh, he just, I don't know, okay, he healed, right, he healed the Nexus there, okay.
More.
I don't know anything that's going on in these animations because I haven't played in so long. Wait, I just saw the Darkin Ballista. Oh my god. Okay, in another video, when I reacted to a Necrit video, there's this chicken ballista, or it's called the Darkin Ballista in this game. But this was like one of my favorite designs because it's like a Darkin and it's like a chicken combined. I'm sorry. I just had to point that out. That it's in Runeterra, Legends of Runeterra game. I love that. Okay, Rhaast.
for
Corrupted
mercy.
Scythe.
Triumph
Jeez,
is
the
built
10A.
on a
He's getting bigger and
foundation of
bigger.
death.
Yeah. Very cool. So these are all the cards. Okay. So there's some cultist cards that you also get. There's the Corrupted Scythe. So the Shadow Scythe does grant. Oh, okay. So that's the difference here. For Rhaast, the Rhaast version, you get the Corrupted Scythe. You get +1/+1. For the Shadow Scythe, you get +2/+0. So pretty cool. Is there anything else? Okay, so this came out August 31. It's February right now, so it's not that long ago that this came out. We have any other trailers here? Kayn, the Path of Shadows, new champion teaser. We already watched that. Okay, I think that's it, guys. Let's go ahead and get into the interactions and the voice lines next. All right, everybody. So what I noticed when we were looking at YouTube and looking at the voice lines, so are there going to be 3 videos that I'm going to be watching here? I think it is. So we have Kayn special interactions first, and then I saw their Shadow Assassin Kayn interactions and Darkin version special interactions. So I think we're going to have 3 videos here. And that totally makes sense that there would be different interactions based on like who's taken control of the whole body, and then I guess just your regular Kayn here who hasn't turned into his different forms. So, all right, let's start off here.
Yordles. Ugh. You sicken me.
Oh, so it could be both of them talking to. Yeah. Okay. You know what? We haven't reacted to a Yordle yet. We need to do that, guys. Let me know in the comments which Yordle we should react to first, because there's a lot of Yordles that are cool, and we just haven't reacted to any.
Probably not.
Oh, that's so cool that they like literally talk to each other about us. That's very cool.
The weak fear the shadows.
Fear controls them.
That was for Zed.
First blood. That was for Zed.
Merely the first to die. There will be more.
Because Zed rescued him.
Oh, that felt good. You never forget your first kill. Nope, that's not right. I've already forgotten it.
Okay, some humor from the Darkin. I did not see that coming.
Realized.
Totally didn't see that coming,
The
actually.
reaping has begun.
The reaping has begun. That makes sense. Yep. Quadra kill.
That's 4 by my count.
Cool.
Stand back. Kayn doesn't know how deadly this thing gets.
Ha. For a pentakill.
You wanted mercy, not from me.
Where are the worthy?
Poor Katarina. Always being murdered in these videos.
Death and
Ally
war.
Aatrox. Okay.
This will be delicious.
Wait, death and war. So which one's death and which one's war? Aatrox war?
We find Aatrox, and it's a party of murder.
Of
A
murder.
murder party.
Wait, Rhaast is funny? What is happening? I did not expect that.
Together, we are unstoppable, Zed.
But I thought, okay, so but I thought when we were reading that, like, okay, no, we didn't read that Zed and him were literally at against each other. But I thought like he kind of betrayed Zed by going off and getting this Darkin blade. He did, right? Going off, getting this Darkin blade, and taking it instead of like destroying
Your
it.
kind go no further.
Enemy Noxians, yeah.
Your kind go no further. He's with you, I assume?
Aatrox, we have history.
Okay, yeah.
This is your master,
Oh,
Zed.
Leave us
Zed.
to it.
Teacher and student, yes.
Inevitable.
Inevitable, yeah. That's what I was saying when we read the
Brings me no
biography.
pleasure, Shen.
It will for me.
See, that's so cool that we get 2
The
voices in
bigger
this.
they are,
The louder
That's
they
so cool. I love that interaction style that we can get the user
Such a
and
waste
the
of time.
scythe itself talking.
this will only dull the blade.
Yeah, hold on. Leave that little thing alive.
sure.
I don't know what it does for you in game, but leave it.
Well, we're here.
We're here. Yo, I did not see
Brother,
Rhaast being funny.
You were in my way.
I like that. But he can trash talk
Your
too.
skills have not improved, Aatrox.
Yeah, I think Aatrox is probably stronger though.
Noxian strength is a lie. No mercy. Right, Noxian?
I love his
Shed.
hatred for Noxians.
Consider
Like,
this a
I don't
debt
think we've
paid to a
fully
friend.
dove into somebody that had like history with Noxus and Ionia, and then like having that war actually be a part of their lore.
It should not have come to this set.
It's very cool. He's a really fleshed out
Too
character
well,
is essentially
Master.
what I'm saying. His story.
Live by the shadow, die by the shadow.
Isn't that's something Zed says, right? I've heard that line before.
Zed's dead.
Zed's dead. Nice.
Zed's final lesson.
Nice one.
Don't be him.
Ha! Rhaast being funny. I don't know what's happening. Kill with ult.
This is
Okay.
power.
Disgusting. I love it.
Dude, I love their interactions.
Too late.
I'm impressed.
Hush.
Shh, I like that.
You let me in. So foolish.
Ripped out.
Ripped out. Oh, and I just realized you let me
Last one to
in
remember.
because of his ult. I forgot what his ult did. But yeah, literally like takes over the body.
Has a purpose.
Kill a jungle
Theirs
creature.
was to die.
Okay.
Even the innocent will fall.
Poor frog. Toad.
The blood
Whichever.
of the innocent must suffice.
Let me know in the comments. What's the difference between a frog and a toad?
A little practice. I like it.
Okay, yeah.
Vermin are so annoying. I've forgotten how much fun the innocent are to kill.
Whoa.
The application
I
of
forget, where
violence
did he
begins with patience.
Where did he say he found
Our
Rhaast?
enemies won't slay
Where was Rhaast
themselves,
located?
you know.
And he was
Your
sent there to
patience
destroy
is
it.
stifling my desire to kill.
This is just being idle in jungle. Okay. Moving in jungle.
Their screams will echo in this place.
Oh, very cool.
Stainless fetid swamp with their blood.
And his voice lines seem a lot more fleshed out than some of the other characters, in my
Oh,
opinion.
how I miss the smell of blood in the water.
They really put their
Today
time
you
into
will
it.
be reminded. Wait by the river long enough, and the enemy dead will float
That's
by.
so cool. That's like, yeah, we're even getting lines for when they're walking through the
Let's
river.
turn this river red.
Yeah, like that's so cool.
Aren't I enough?
Ha! Buy
Well,
any item.
you know what you want. Not my first choice, but okay.
But okay.
You're making me jealous.
You know what I would like to
This will
see
very
somehow?
much
I
upset
feel like
the
it probably would be too high of a power
A match made
increase,
in shadow.
but somehow getting Darkin in the Arcane
Good
show.
choice. Pairs nicely with wrath.
But I
and
don't
fury.
think, you know what I mean? Because we're so,
Guaranteed to kill or your money back.
because of Arcane, I'm gonna
Guaranteed money
pause.
back.
Because of Arcane, we're like so designated just to be in Piltover and Zaun. I don't see it venturing out. Maybe season 2 it could venture out, like maybe maybe Echo and oh gosh, what's the Yordle's name in the show? I can't remember right now. Maybe they like go out, or maybe like him and Jace go out to like somewhere else in the world of Runeterra to like try and do something to get better hex tech or something, and maybe we'll get some Darkin stuff. I don't think so, but it would be cool just for them to expand upon it a little bit.
On it, I'll see as a final.
Oh, wait, let me see that one again. All sales are final. I want to see that again. Okay, so guaranteed to kill or your money back.
Guarantee will not be on it, I'll see as a final.
Rhaast has humor, and I did
Let
not
there be
think that was
sight.
going to be a thing. Okay, placing wards here.
Done. Now can we continue the bloodbath?
For those who cannot see in the dark. Sight. A pitiful crutch
Destroying
for
a
the
ward.
weak.
Crutch for the weak.
trinkets only
Weren't you just
annoy
using
me.
one?
Darkness falls.
Wall walk.
Here
Okay, here we go.
Oh, I do like this.
So he can always
Fear
use this, right? He
this.
doesn't have to be in Shadow Assassin form. Yeah, that makes sense. That's just an ability of his.
Yes.
The blood of
First
the
move.
fallen will anoint me the new master.
Everyone does look better in red. rage inside me will not be contained.
The spade does not dictate the architect's vision.
Oh, that's cool.
Lives will be taken, and the real plan revealed.
The real
Killing
plan
is the
revealed?
plan. Let me show you.
Now, what plan are you talking about, Kayn?
The true assassin kills one to save many.
Yeah.
Such noble lies. Save no one. It's so liberating.
Darkins are a little one note, okay?
I will survive eternity.
That's why
They will die
Rhaast having
today.
humor was like, wait a minute, what's going on here? But all they just want to do is kill.
Child is gone. The killer remains.
I mean, it's not their fault, right?
Yes, he is in your hands.
He's in your hands. I like that.
Cast off the yoke of Zed's order.
It is the order that will break you, Rhaast.
Ah. Yeah, so what does Kayn
There
and...
is fear in your grip and doubt in
Does-
your heart.
Does Kayn
I
want to...
have no heart. That you should fear.
Like, he doesn't want to get rid of Rhaast, but he also doesn't want Rhaast to take over him
The
completely.
undoing draws near.
Yes, yours.
So they're at the standstill. Like, I guess he's just cool with it.
Retreat.
Do not question me or my motives.
Yeah, I mean, Kayn's the leader, man. He has you in his hands, and he gets to control you, so...
The weak run. Stay and fight.
Did such foolishness lead to your imprisonment?
Ooh. Took a jab at Rhaast there.
The fight will continue.
I mean, Zoe imprisoned him, so... But you're not wrong.
But there's still so much to kill.
He sounds so sad about it. Ooh, I like this animation. What is this? What is this animation? Oh, that's turning into Shadow Assassin. And then here's turning into Darkin. Oh, very cool animations. Whoa, I love that. I'm assuming that's the end. Yeah. So let's just move on to these next ones. The Shadow Assassin one's 7 minutes. This one's 9 minutes. Let's do Shadow Assassin. I guess I'll just open them in a new tab and they should be here. Let's pause. Okay, here we go. So this is Shadow Assassin Kayn Special Interactions. So let's see what's a little bit different here.
With each kill, the shadows grow deeper.
Kill ranged champion as Kayn.
Death, delivered with precision, is true power.
Is he fully taken over? Is he not going to have any interactions with Rhaast
What was
anymore?
written in shadow, now in flesh.
Talking about
Death
shadows a
finds
lot.
fools quickly.
That's true.
Cowards hide, but never escape.
So now we're just getting a lot of just trash talk.
Fear is your shadow. You are cloaked in it. The shadows are my realm, and your grave.
That's very cool.
Shadows are a shallow grave.
So the Shadow
Facing
Assassin
me
in
was a
him
mistake.
is the stuff that he learned from Zed, correct?
That was your destiny. To die.
That would make sense to me.
Those seeking balance.
I don't know
will
where
find
else he would have
death.
learned it.
Even Zed would be impressed.
Oh, there you go. So if Zed taught Kayn, I have to be pretty impressed with.
Shadow of death.
I have to be pretty impressed with Zed then. So he has different lines every time he transforms into Shadow Assassin. That's cool.
I am chosen. The Darkin stain lives no more.
Yeah. So Rhaast does not talk anymore, and it turns the sights blue.
In death, Rhaast now serves me.
Yeah. Wow. Now again, I'm gonna question, like, does this just show how powerful
I am
Kayn's
the one.
will is, or does this show how weak Rhaast is?
The fullness of my truth.
I'm sure
stands
Rhaast isn't
revealed.
weak. First move after transforming.
I have snuffed out the Darkin. Who dare stand against
Yeah,
me?
it's got to be just Kayn's super powerful.
The child is gone.
Oh, here's
the
the-
killer remains.
Yeah, I like that because of his childhood and how he
They
was
should stay down.
used in war.
Death finds all. And
he's
so
no longer a child.
quickly.
Ace?
Balance. Balance favors the victorious.
Ah, that's kind of a jab at, like, balancing the game too. Quadra kill as Shadow Assassin.
Perfection is near.
Ah, yeah. Got that 5 kill. You gotta get the penta, man.
That may do for some.
Ha. So Shadow Assassin version is like, I need one more.
4.
Where are you?
Who's next?
Yeah. Where's the 5th? Okay,
And
here's the
that is
pentakill.
why I am the one.
So Shadow Assassin,
You will
Kayn.
call me master.
Yeah, huge ego.
Your stance was weak, your tactics elementary, and
Oh!
your execution sluggish.
Oh, hey, he's giving constructive criticism.
The more they send, the more they will bury.
This is for a killing spree, okay.
The fallen only make me stronger.
I think that's actually true in the game.
Shadows and the blade proved too much. I will
attacking
enjoy
Darius?
this, Darius.
Ah. You know, we need to learn about Darius.
Die, Noxian.
I feel like he's a prominent Noxian and that we need to learn about.
Revenge.
Just to get more story on Noxus, too. We've only learned about, I think,
How
Swain.
tedious.
So,
These things always prove to be
leave
a
the scuttle
challenge.
alone. Come on.
This may take a while. You and Rhaast,
Oh?
the failed blades.
Oh. Whoa.
Strength alone is not enough. Zed
Shen.
says hello and goodbye.
Savage, man. Oh, here
It
we
did
go.
not have to end this way, Zed.
Yeah, I want to read about Zed now
Fools
because I want to know a
die
little bit
and
about
are
their story.
forgotten.
And Zed seems to have like, Zed has interaction with Jin
Retreat
as well as
was a
Kayn.
better
And those are the
option.
two people that we just did reactions on.
So brave, so foolish.
What
so
character is he killing
dead.
here? So dead.
You will not be remembered.
Is that
You were not
Shin Zhao,
chosen.
maybe?
To live. There was a time to run, but you missed it. Wrong place, wrong time.
I have that a lot.
Be thankful it's over.
Kill with ult. Here we go again. Okay.
Surprise.
Ooh, I enjoy that one a lot. It's very cool that he like takes over their
Goodbye.
body. Kind of crazy.
So
But he doesn't take
easy.
over, right? He gets inside of them.
That never gets old.
I'm sure it doesn't.
Together, Zed, we are unstoppable.
Okay. Ally Zed.
They will never see us coming.
So then the Darkin version is going to be all Rhaast. That's going to be
I
interesting.
buy, they die. Simple.
Ha.
Oh yes, this is the right choice. I live
Placing a
in
ward?
shadow.
Okay. And
Others
then destroying
need
ward.
light. My enemies will have no place to hide. This trinket may prove useful here.
I'm very
Oh,
interested to
please.
see what Rhaast has to say in the next
Sight.
one.
A pitiful crutch for the weak.
I feel like he's gonna take jabs at Kayn. We got one jab
you
from Kayn
afraid
at
now?
Rhaast, calling him a failed
You
blade.
should be. Prying eyes shall perish too.
Wall walk. Okay, here we go.
Everywhere.
Oh, that's scary.
Hush.
Yeah, that's kind of scary.
That was
Respawn?
not the plan. A lucky stab in the dark.
They always have an excuse, don't they?
That only served to sharpen my focus and my blade.
I don't think Kayn is in the current rotation for Teamfight Tactics right now. Very cool, because we do get some of the voice lines when you use the characters in Teamfight Tactics. So, all right, let's check out the Darkin Rhaast special interactions. This one's a little bit longer at 9 minutes. It's gonna be all Rhaast talking, and he completely changes form to that badass form that he is right now.
I will never not kill a Yordle.
What? Okay, why is it just Rhaast that hates a Yordle, or is it just Darkin hates Yordles? Why the Yordle hate? All right, very cool. We're gonna get a lot more Rhaast here, which I'm interested in.
Every kill fuels my fury.
Or kill melee champion as Kayn. Oh, this is gonna be just specific.
Slaughter.
Okay, he's not even in Darkin form yet here.
Just like that, and the world will be yours to destroy. Tenacity versus fury. Fury always wins.
Good to know. Thank you.
Why murder one when you can slaughter many? Triumph is built on a foundation of death.
I think I might like the Darkin for
strong
the
fall so quickly
just
to
the
my
red
blade.
aesthetic more than the Shadow Assassin, because I'm not the biggest fan of that like blue that he becomes when he's in the Shadow Assassin form. But if he's a better character as the Shadow Assassin, I'll use the Shadow Assassin all day.
Pathetic. Worthless
So this is
foes
killing specifically
mock my
melee
presence.
champions. Okay.
Those who seek balance find only death. Balance is weakness.
A lot of talk about balance. Is that a reference to something?
This is but a taste of my wrath.
Okay, transforming. I like the animation. It's so cool. Oh, so the blade stabs him.
All those plans for naught.
Ooh, okay. Now he's fully in control and he can do whatever he wants.
It's all rust now.
So is this something in lore that, like, for example, so I know he can transform in game to either or, right? The Shadow Assassin or Rhaast version or the Darkin version. Is that something I wondered that's actually happened in story or in lore, and then like he's reverted back to just regular Kayn? I need more story like that.
Reaping will commence now.
Not later. Now.
Destruction, wrath.
Yeah, this form is so menacing.
As it was meant to be.
It's pretty cool.
Oh, the wrath I will unleash. Now I own the shadows.
Ha.
I will unleash them upon this wretched place.
Dude, Rhaast is pretty badass. I like it. I want to see that humor though.
These legs will take some getting used to. That was all me.
So typically though, right? A Darkin, so like Aatrox, for example, that's the only other Darkin I've reacted to so far. When they find a user, they fully take over, and this is like what a Darkin should be doing. They're fully taking over, but yeah. So Kayn's like the special version, like a little special because he can't take over him fully. That's pretty cool.
Is there no one left to kill? You're welcome. You hear that? Neither do I, because everyone is dead.
Yeah. Okay. Rhaast is cool. Sure. Oh, this is for Quadrico
So
area.
close to perfection.
Okay, same line
Who's
basically,
next?
but just in Rhaast form.
Stand back. It's only going to get messier. Don't stop now. I'm so close. Yes.
Had to kill.
Bow before greatness. Bringer of death. Taker of lives. Rhaast if you're in a hurry.
That's funny. Okay, there's that
All
Rhaast
have
humor I
fallen
like.
before me. I am the undoing.
I can't take you serious though, Rhaast, when you have all this humor.
Yes, yes, yes.
This is for killing sprees now.
I'm just getting started.
So in League, what exactly is the killing spree? Is it 5?
Unstoppable.
5 kills without dying, I imagine. At least that's how it is in usually like in other games.
This is gonna be weird, Aatrox. Nothing personal,
He just
brother.
says this is going to be weird.
Shadows aren't enough, Zed. I own the dark now,
Yeah,
Zed.
so confirm Zed taught him the shadow assassin stuff. Got it.
There you are.
And Shen knows that stuff too because Shen and Zed trained under Shane's father, or Shen's father,
He
right?
just won't die.
Okay, what's the meme about these
So
scuttles?
little, so annoying.
Do they just not
so
die?
hard to kill.
Yeah, do they just... It is taking them a lot of hits.
Sorry, brother. You were in my way.
Tell me the scuttle lore in comments below, please.
And then there were 4.
Oh.
I think.
Wait, okay. Guys, tell me... Okay, hold on. Then there were 4. So he's saying... He says, I think. I actually, for the life of me... It's in the early morning that I'm recording this. For the life of me, I cannot recall who the other Darkin are right now.
Oh, please. You would have done the same.
But I'm curious. So let me know the others. Oh, there's Varus is one. Okay, Varus is one. Demon Pants. Oh, that's because he took over the pants part. I just noticed.
Just like Kayn.
So Varus, Aatrox, Kayn. I don't know who else. Or Rhaast.
Shadows steal and bluster. And now look at you. The Order of the Shadow is dead. Just like you and Kayn. That was some good murdering.
See, that's why I can't take you serious, Rhaast.
Not worthy. Pitiful. They send only fools. I pity the rest of your kind.
So wait, he can still shadow or wall walk, right? Whatever it's called, shadow walk through
You're
the
not
walls.
special, just one of many.
That would be very dumb if he lost that ability in this form.
Your failure mocks this world.
Poor Katarina again.
No one mourns you.
So is he not getting, like, he doesn't care about killing Noxians in this form? I noticed
Even
that.
your stain won't last a day.
Unless we are still going to get voice lines for that. But I guess it makes sense that Rhaast wouldn't fully care about killing Noxians. It's just the Kayn version would.
Walk it off.
Walk it off. I like that one.
And you're dead.
The kill with ult voice lines are some of my favorites, I think,
That'll kill ya.
for Kayn and Rhaast.
I'm out of here.
I'm out of here. Yeah.
Such a gracious
They're
host.
like kind of memey. That's why. That's why I like them.
We're
Taunting
moving
Aatrox?
to Plan B, Aatrox. You die. Do not press me, Aatrox. This is my time. Varus, the 3 of us, 5 of us, well, together, we will lay waste to
So
this
who
realm.
are the other 2? Okay, so wait a minute. Even he's like the 3 of us. He has to be referencing Varus and Aatrox, and then the 5 of us. Who are the other 2? I don't want to Google.
Yes, Varus.
Should I Google?
Let us sow
No, I'm not gonna
chaos.
Google. I'll let you guys tell me.
Perfect. One size kills all.
We should do Varus here soon. Nobody's recommended
Seems
Varus, but
redundant.
Varus does have an interesting story of like being 2 like are they like lovers that like are merged into one? I remember the trailer for it.
Okay, these can be useful.
He's embracing the wards now.
Done. Resume slaughter.
Resume slaughter. I like that one.
What can I say? I like destroying things. I prefer the sound of flesh being torn, but oh well.
God, that sounds terrible.
I prefer to gouge out all their eyes, but this will have to do. I do.
Oh yeah,
like
here's the wall
this
walk. Okay.
trick.
Yeah, because he's taking over Kayn's form that is able to do it. Even he's shushing.
Again.
Respawn.
This time they die.
I don't think Rhaast
So
is
that's what
actually
dying
trying to be
feels
funny.
like. Good thing I'm immortal.
confirmed immortal. I mean, we knew that.
Okay, that did not work.
Yeah, his you can hear the humor in his voice and everything too. Okay, so let's pause a little bit and just talk about the interactions. Really enjoyed all the interactions. The most curious thing for me has been the Rhaast being like, wait, are there 5 of us? He doesn't even fully know. That's very interesting to me. So like they're kind of just spread out around the world of Runeterra, and they don't really have interactions with their brothers too often. We do get their interactions a little bit, but it makes sense that the Darkin would all be doing their own thing. Again, let me just say that like this seems like a really fleshed out character. I know Kayn is like one of the older ones because these videos are all like 5 years old, but in terms of like his character being essentially 2 people, he seems a lot more fleshed out than some of the other interactions that we've done, just because they had to have the interaction between the 2 of them, and then the interaction of them both reacting to like the same thing. So, you know, the writers and whatever had to work on this character a little bit more, it seems. And he just seems like you know, so he has a more fleshed out story, I would say. Like he was born in Noxus, but then like he went to war with that war that I forget what the war is called. The one where Noxus tries to invade Ionia, yeah. And then he gets, you know, left behind and Zed takes over, and then he becomes fully Ionian basically, and he hates Noxus and all that. So it's, yeah, he has a really good story. The design of the character is also very, very good. The fact that he's able to transform, yeah, we've seen that kind of character before in multiple games, right, where they can like choose 2 forms or whatever. But this one has a little bit of a better story because of the whole Darkin story in League of Legends. Man, I honestly had, and I'm so glad we're diving into this League of Legends stuff. Like, I had no idea that there were weapons that were living, that could talk, and that they had like lived for thousands of years, and they also used to be the Ascended. The amount of information I know now about Darkin and like just League of Legends is kind of insane to me, and I'm still like, I know all that stuff. I don't know everything. There's so much more League of Legends stuff that I don't know. It's just, this is just me saying I'm so excited like about all this stuff about Darkin and things. Like, I had no idea. Like, I'm like, okay, I know what League of Legends is. I know, you know, I've played it a tiny bit. I play Teamfight Tactics. Even playing Teamfight Tactics, I had no idea that when I would use Aatrox or whatever, or Kayn or something, I had no idea that they were a Darkin. So yeah, I'm just showing my excitement for learning about all of this stuff. So yeah, in the comments, what did I ask earlier? Let me know the difference between a frog and a toad. Tell me who the 5 supposed Darkin are, because I can't think of anybody off the top of my head right now besides Varus, Aatrox, and Rhaast, which were in this video. Let me know any other details that we may have missed about Kayn. I don't know too much about Kayn and like Zed's, like obviously Zed taught him, but like, so what are their relationship now? Are Zed and Kayn not so good? Because Kayn seems like he's kind of betraying his order and kind of doing whatever the hell he wants now, right? He's obviously very powerful. You guys let me know, like, it's got to be Kayn is just so powerful that Rhaast can't take over him fully, but Rhaast seems like a very powerful Darkin as well. Yeah, guys, this was a very cool interaction, and I think a very cool character. Mark me as somebody that would enjoy. So I usually like playing ranged characters personally whenever I play any kind of game like this, or if I'm playing like an RPG or something. I sometimes tend to make like your ranged characters. I don't know, that's just my preference. But Kayn being a melee character, I think he'd be one of the melee characters that I would try in League of Legends. I don't know if he's an easy character to learn or not, but you guys will have to let me know. Thanks again for watching these interactions. I really appreciate it. Please let me know in the comments anything that I missed. Leave a like on the video if you enjoyed it, because it helps other people see it as well. And hey, subscribe if you liked the video. See you guys in the next reaction. Bye.